What is up, everyone? Ryan Ray here. Do we have a housing shortage? Yes and no. If you look at the numbers, according to the New York Times, this is provided to them by Altos Research, where there's 468,000 homes for sale currently on the market. That's low. That if you go back to 2015, we haven't dripped below 1 million homes for sale, except for one time, maybe two times in 2019. It's hard to tell there, but between in 2018-ish, we dipped below the 1 million one home for sale mark. What does that mean? That means that prices and homes are going to go up, right? So is the economy, if it's sluggish, if it's struggling, you have fewer homes for sale, and the ones that are on the market should appreciate rapidly. I can tell you in our neighborhood, the homes are going through the roof, and there's no real legitimate reason for it. We live in a nice neighborhood, but it's, the valuation, I think, is up. Our house, I think, is up like $100,000 in the 4 years that we've been here. Well, why is that? Well, the inventory is coming off the market. You have people who have left the big cities in their apartments and moved to homes. That's part of it. The other thing is that people in the upper income have moved down the ladder, if you will, moved from maybe a $600,000 home to a $500,000 home, $500,000 to $400,000, so on and so forth. And so you've seen a tightening in the lower to middle to lower income homes, where there's fewer of those on the market, which means the prices are going to go up. On top of that, the interesting thing to consider here is that lumber prices are high. So that means the new homes that are being built will be higher as well. Add to the fact that you have the market, the forbearance that happened last year, and people were able to stay in their homes without paying their note for an extended period of time, or they were able to refinance and to get their note lower. So all of these things set yourself up for a nice low inventory market. I mean, what else do you expect? It's not just the national numbers. When you think about it, it's not like it's focused in one area or another. We talked about New York. You've seen San Francisco maybe, but if you look at the big metropolitan areas across the U.S., Atlanta, Austin, Chicago, New York, Washington, Cleveland. Actually, it could be said that New York, surprisingly enough, has done the best of these cities. Look at Austin. And so what does that mean? It means that there are fewer homes for sale in Austin. So think about that. On some level, more people have probably moved to Austin or decided not to sell, right? So more people moved or decided not to sell. Well, in New York, you have more homes for sale, so you think that's a good thing. Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you need a good inventory to attract people to the city, prices might go down. You might see this, but still New York still has 30,000 homes, which is well below their average of 50 to what the top end is there 75,000. So New York is doing better in that regard, so their prices won't be as high, and it might attract people to move to their city. Whereas Austin, the prices are going to be astronomical, and in Atlanta, the same thing. Chicago, and Chicago is interesting because Chicago is kind of considered a tough spot to make a living right now. It's kind of a tough way to go. So the fact that people are either moving there or not selling there indicates that their market, the long-term job opportunity growth and potential there seems to be optimistic from the folks in the area. So where will this end? It's going to take time. There are plenty of reports that say that people are building new homes. Developers are trying to catch the run. Plenty of those folks will be left holding the bag because at some point this will turn over on them. The other thing is that you might see, if the number of condos and townhouses and apartments in New York continues to go up, people will then reconsider moving back up there. The price will go down. Try to lock in a long-term rental rate, or get a house that was really, $700,000. Maybe you get it for $500,000, and you've wanted to live in New York, greater area, greater kind of area, metropolitan area for some time. Now might be your chance. In Austin, at some point, the market's going to be so tight that no one will want to go there. They can't afford. They'll be living in the rural area, so it'll kind of sprawl outwardly. I don't have any prediction on how long this will last. I do think it is interesting to see that we are well below any recent number of total homes sold, which means that prices are going up. So if you're in a real estate business, as a realtor, it's great for you. If you're a real estate investor, it's a terrible time to get in because everything's overpriced. Let me know what you think. When will this, I don't want to call it a bubble, but when will this situation end? Will this be through 2021? Will it make it 2022? Is this something that we're going to deal with through 2023 or longer? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you.